Hello, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Welcome to the Northeast Ohio Sports Show on the Lee Doodle channel. Currently, you have me, Liam, tonight. It's episode 49. Hunter said he might be able to join. We'll have to see if he can. Currently, it is April 9th, 2026. So everyone's having a great start to their weeks. Well, really, 4 days of their weeks. We have one more day and then Friday. Hope everyone had a nice day outside. It was a little bit hotter than normal, weather-wise, so that was awesome to see. A funny, not so funny topic. We'll go right into it. Make sure you guys support us any way you can. Drop a like, comment. We also have, you can subscribe. Many ways you could support us. Our Facebook is in the description. It's about how an MLB fan lost his pants. Quick 3-minute breakdown of that. 1 second. I wanted to throw on the chat for myself. There we go. It was came in the stands during a game between the Chicago Cubs and Tampa Bay Rays. During a routine foul ball, a fan decided to go all in, trying to make a highlight reel catch. He leaned over a railing, stretched out, and completely lost his balance. What happened next is why the clip exploded online. He flipped forward. As he went down, his pants fell off on national TV. That is hilarious. Broadcast cameras caught the entire sequence perfectly. The anticipation of a ball coming to him, a full commitment dive, a fall, and then his pants falling down. So that's funny. It's all over Twitter and X, all over social media. So that's a funny moment. Currently in F1, we are on this weird break in April. No races in April. We'll go for a recap though. Race 3, Japanese Grand Prix. I don't think I was able to talk about this because we were gone last week. I coach robotics in high school, so it's nice to have some days off, but I was also gone, so happy to be back. But for this next month, we don't have much F1 talking. A podium, we do have Miami coming up next, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. Antonelli won for Mercedes, good for him. He should be he's leading the standings with 72 points. Second, Oscar Piastri, McLaren is able to tune up their engine a little bit better. And third, Charles Leclerc for Ferrari. So the current standings, we have Antonelli in first, 72 points. George Russell in second with 63 points. Leclerc in third with 49 points. Lewis Hamilton in fourth with 41 points. Constructors, Mercedes leading comfortably with 135. Then it looks like we probably have Ferrari with 90 points. So crazy difference, 45-point difference. Antonelli's historical rise, a team leading the championship right now, which is crazy. How Red Bulls are struggling early right now are some trending topics because of their engine. Sorry, not their engine, their chassis. Apparently their engine's really good, but their chassis is really bad. So they aren't even within a 2-second interval they give them. That if you're out of 2 seconds ahead of the best engine, they let you have more upgrades. Red Bulls are within that 2 seconds. A lot of teams are out. A few other teams are outside of that. So crazy. Apparently, like Red Bull, Ferrari have a really good chassis, but Mercedes got the good chassis and engine combo. I said next race is Miami Grand Prix, so it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, Ferrari and McLaren can catch up. We'll go right into IndyCar Week 4 update. Real quick, standings, top teams, drivers trending. Antonelli global leading, Chip Ganassi close behind. Team Penske still a major threat. They're still tight, a championship battle, no runaway leader yet. The next race is the Grand Prix of Long Beach, one of the biggest early season races. And then we go on the IndyCar app real quick and see what information we have. That's in 9 days and 20 hours, April 19th, so that'll be cool to see. And then we also have the road course at Indy coming May 9th. Then Indy 500 May 24th. So really excited for that. I'll be there. Last race was the Alabama's Children's of Alabama Indy Grand Prix, which is March 29th. Current standings, we have Kyle Kirkwood in first at 156, Alex Pillow in second at 154, Christian Lundgaard in third at 121, David Malukas in fourth at 116, Newgarden in fifth at 113, Pat O'Ward in sixth at 106, Scott McLaughlin in seventh at 99, Eric Marcus Erickson tied for seventh at 99, Marcus Armstrong at 98, 10th Scott Dixon at 85. For the Children of Alabama Grand Prix, we had Alex Palou in first, helping on his championship. Christian Lugard in second, helping out his championship. Graham Rahal in third. David Malukas in fourth. Kyle Kirkwood in fifth. Marcus Armstrong in sixth. Scott Dixon in seventh. Santino Ferrucci in eighth. Marcus Ericsson in ninth. And Joseph Newgarden in 10th. Our boy Pato O'Ward was in 17th, sadly. I believe he had pit stop issues as well. We'll keep going. Call us butter because we're on a roll. I'll take a quick break to take a sip of water and maybe a vape hit. For Indy, it'll be interesting. Really, I think Alex Palou will run away with the season. But for next really big races, the 500. Long beats, Palou always destroys. So we'll see about the 500. Palou won last year, but I think it'll be competitive. I think it might be Pato O'Ward's year to finally win. And also, I think it might be an Andretti team, being it for 1/10. Some of these teams are really going to be going all out just for this race. There is talk that since F2 was announced, they're going to have some American races here coming up in May. One of them will be during the weekend of Indy 500, 1/10. It is decided that, oh god, what's his name? He drives for Cadillac in F2, Colton Herta. He used to drive for Andretti Global because his dad used to drive in IndyCar back in the day. He was going to be the fourth car for them, 98 car. They always add an extra car just for the 500. Helps out the odds. But apparently, he won't be racing because of that. So they say they might not even have a fourth car this year. That'd be sad to see. But maybe they'll get someone in there. Michael Andretti, no, someone young. That'd be cool. Hard to do. Apparently, they already have the engine leased out from Honda, which is hard to do, especially just for one race. So hopefully they could find someone for that. But there were prior talks how, I guess, if it was going to be Herta out, no one else is going to drive. So interesting in my opinion. Going on to the NHL, Pittsburgh Penguins are currently battling for position in a competitive Eastern Conference. We have an aging core versus younger teams debate, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. We can't survive long in the playoffs, I believe. It's inconsistent performance are hurting our playoff push right now. And still trading deadline moves still being evaluated. Currently, they are playing against New Jersey. They were winning last time I checked. I'll throw that on real quick. Yes, the end of a second. Penguins up 3-2 against New Jersey. Currently, the Penguins are 40, 22, and 16. New Jersey's 40, 35, and 3. Way less overtime wins than us. And they also are home during this game. That's what I wanted to say. I also want to see if I could pull up live standings real quick. Last Thursday, they lost against Tampa Bay, 6-3. Saturday, they won against Florida 9-4. Silvers was our MVP. Malkin was our MVP. Silvers was our goalie. Malkin had a hat trick that game. Crazy to see. Then we also won against Florida again Sunday, 5-2. Silvers was our goalie. Crosby was our MVP. Really good games. Like I said, we're currently winning against New Jersey. This Saturday, we play at 3 p.m. against Washington on ABC. That's at home. Sunday, we play in Washington at 3 p.m. again on TNT, HBO Max, True TV at 3 p.m. Tuesday is our last game, I believe. We play against St. Louis at 6:30 on ESPN. It is Blues. So interesting to see. Current standings. In the Metro, we have Carolina, who clutched. Then we have Pittsburgh at 96 points. Below us, we have Philly at 92. Columbus at 90. Islanders at 89. Washington at 89. And the Devils and Rangers have been eliminated. Buffalo, Tampa Bay, Montreal clinched over 100 points. Then we have Boston at 96. Ottawa at 92, Detroit at 89, Florida and Toronto eliminated. Wow, teams that were basically, going to the Stanley Cups. Wow. For the Eastern Conference, even without Raikkonen, Colorado has 112 points. Jesus, 51 wins. Crazy. I think that's the most points out of anyone. Yep. Wow. Then we have Dallas, who also clinched. Minnesota, who clinched. So Wild's back. Crazy to see. Then we have Utah at 88 points. Nashville at 84. Winnipeg at 80. St. Louis at 78 and eliminated. Chicago at... It doesn't matter. Other side, we have Edmonton, who hasn't clinched yet. They have 90 points. So actually, the Pacific and the Western Conference is really competitive. Vegas at 88 points. Anaheim at 87. LA at 83. San Jose at 81. Seattle at 75. Then we have Calgary and Vancouver, who are both eliminated of Canadian teams. We also have a Masters going on real quick, which I'll throw into here. Right now, we have Burns in first. Never heard of Sam Burns. Must be a new guy, -5. Then we have Rory McIlroy in tied for first as well at -5, which is awesome. Hopefully Rory can do well. He's finally won, I believe, 2 years ago. Kurt Katayama in third, -3. Tied. Dustin Day, -3. Paul Reed, -3. Tied for third. Sean Lowry starts from -6 at -2. Sefuli. Rose, -2. Scheffler, -2. Haotong Lee, -1. Is for tied 10. Naylor, Fleetwood, Campbell, -1. Aaron Rai, Bridgman, Woodland, all -1. Then after that we have -17s. So it'll be interesting to see. It's just the first day. Rory was able to play good defense, kind of, with some of his balls today. So that was really cool to see. Guardians are back as well, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. For Blue Jackets right now, young core dependent. Goaltending is so inconsistent, though. Playing spoiler versus playoff teams, so it'll be interesting to see what happens for Blue Jackets. Last Thursday, April 2nd, they lost against Carolina 5-1. Yikes. Lost against Winnipeg, who's not good. Saturday, 2-1. Tuesday, they won against Detroit in a shootout, though, so splitting some of them points up 4-3. They're playing Buffalo right now, and I'll look that score. Saturday, they play at 7 against Montreal. Sunday, they play against Boston at 6 on NHL Net. Their Saturday game is on ESPN Plus, and for their last game on Tuesday versus Washington at 7 on ESPN. Blue Jackets are currently losing to Sabres end of a second, 0-1. So they're in Buffalo. Hopefully they can win that one. Once again, hope everyone's having a great night. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them. Oh, sorry, my AirPod was connecting to something crazy. I don't want that to come through. I was hearing myself. So what was that? I'm hearing myself. Alright. Then we have a Cleveland Cavaliers. Strong defense, anchoring success. Playoff matchup projections, which will be cool to see. Strong consistency versus our depth concerns. With all these trades, you don't have good depth. Last Thursday, April 2nd, we won against Golden State, 118-111. Mitchell had 25 points. Allen had 13 rebounds. Schroeder had 6 assists. Schroeder's back with us. Let's go. Once again, hope everyone's having a great night. Let me leave something up real quick. Bang. Sunday against Indiana, we won 117-108, which is great to see. Mitchell, 38 points. Bryant, 10 rebounds. Harden, 7 assists. Monday, we won against Memphis, 142-126, high scoring, which made us 50-29. Mobley, 24 points. Allen, 9 rebounds. Schroeder, 11 assists. So once again, kind of interesting with what's happening here. I believe we won against Atlanta yesterday. I'm sorry. Let me look at that. That's weird. Since I put it on yesterday, and it wasn't the best. I don't go back to Cavs, please. Even good. So yeah, we won against the Hawks. Oh yeah, watch that game. 112 to 116. That's what it was. We play the Hawks again. That game was against home. We play them away on Prime Video Friday at 7. Then our last match is against Washington at 6 on Sunday. Right now, the Eastern Conference has Detroit clinched, Boston clinched, New York clinched, Cleveland clinched number 4. Then we have Atlanta, Toronto. Then we have, instead of play-ins, we have Orlando, Philly, Charlotte, and Miami. Then everyone else we have eliminated. We have Milwaukee, Chicago, Brooklyn, Indiana, Washington. So crazy. For the Western Conference, we have OKC, goated right now with 64 wins. Crazy season for him. Almost Golden State. San Antonio, Denver, Lakers, Houston, Minnesota. In the play-ins, we have Phoenix, Clippers, Portland, Golden State. Eliminated. We have New Orleans, Memphis, Dallas, Sacramento, and Utah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Right now, let's see this real quick. My bad. Did I figure out how this play-ins works? But for maybe the playoffs, so there's playoffs. Yuck. So right now, it looks like we might be playing. We'll most likely be playing Atlanta. But maybe even Toronto. Both teams we should be able to beat. And these playing teams are going to be easy to womp on if need be. I figure we will be able to go deep, but once again, our players will get tired after a while because they're older. But not too bad. I think Harden's older and Mitchell might have it in them, but we don't have the depth either. They're not as old as the Penguins, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Personally, I do think Mitchell and Harden could play well. Definitely if everyone stays healthy. With Luka hurt, I'm kind of scared of this bug going around. Maybe some rest. And especially Mitchell scoring 35 probably a lot of times. And Harden's been playing a lot of time as well, I've noticed. So hopefully our bench players could really come in to play. That would be nice. Then we have the Guardians. Basically since last Thursday, they played against Chicago. They won 4-1. Our first series, we tied with Seattle 2-2. Then we won the series against the Dodgers, which is crazy. First game 4-2. Then we lost 4-1. And we won 4-1. Then, like I said, since last Friday, April 3rd, we won against Chicago 4-1. One was postponed on Saturday. Sunday, we lost the first game of a doubleheader 1-0. Then we won the second game 6-5. Monday against Kansas City, we lost 4-2. Tuesday, I believe this is at home. Against Kansas City, we won 2-1. Wednesday, against Kansas City, we won 10-2, making us 8-5. Strong series, in my opinion. Good attendance. Seattle, holy cow, actually, I lied. When we're at home, we have like 19,000, 14,000, 10,000 when it was early, 13,000. Chicago, one of our matches in Chicago. Okay, our first opening day, this shows a difference in games. Opening day had 37,300 people in Cleveland, and then 10,000 people show up normally. Opening day in Seattle had 45,000 people. Last game had 30. Some had 43. LA's first game, that might not even be at home. Like it might not even be the opening day. 52,000, 53,600, 45. Crazy amount of attendance. Like I said, that actually blows my mind. In other places versus Cleveland. Our next match is tomorrow at 7:15 against Atlanta at Atlanta. We also play Saturday at 7:15 and Sunday at 7:20. First two games on MLB, second game on NBC Peacock. Monday we play against St. Louis at 7:45. Tuesday against St. Louis at 7:45, and then Wednesday at 1:15 against St. Louis. All these on MLB. Next Thursday, April 16th, Baltimore at 6:10. It'll be really interesting to see what happens. Guardians are still fighting their footing early, which is cool to see for me. We've seen a lot of good home run hitters in our bullpen kind of coming together a little bit, so that'll be interesting. A quick preview, last one of the NFL draft, and then that's our last topic of the night, and that'll be it. Seems like Hunter didn't have the time to stop by tonight, which sucks, but maybe I can come in, text him real quick to join, maybe about the draft real quick, but if not, no biggie. I'll take a sip of water as well. and then we'll go over our last topic. Hope everyone's having a great night. One more day, guys. Make sure if you like the content, you support us any way you can. With the NFL draft starting, it's about 2 weeks away now. And 2 Thursdays from now, April 23rd through 25th in Pittsburgh. This year's class is shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable in recent memories. Unlike drafts with clear superstars, this one's defined by uncertainty, positional debates, and rising prospects shaking up for boards late. There's no clear generational prospect. The draft doesn't have a locked-in, can't-miss superstar. Teams are split against multiple prospects. With Fernando Mendoza, who's a QB, not crazy good though. Averill Reese, edge linebacker hybrid, and Sonny Sauls, a defensive playmaker. This has led to the most major disagreement across mock drafts, which is rare this close to draft day, which would be interesting. Teams are valuing fit over consensus talent this year. Quarterbacks will drive for draft, with Mendoza as the overwhelming favorite to go overall. Multiple teams, if the Jets, Raiders, and Titans, are QB ready. Expect at least 2 QBs in the top 10, they're saying. A classic NFL draft behavior, even a decent QB class gets pushed up because of positional value. However, defensive talent runs deep. The class is loaded defensively, which might help out some teams, hopefully the Browns. Edge rushers, linebacker, and hybrid defenders, which we see a lot now, with linebackers going up to the edge, or linebackers also being safeties, or corners being safeties. Players like Reese and Sauls are trending because they fit the modern NFL. Versatility, speed, and ability to cover a rush, which is cool to see. Which is kind of why teams like the Giants are heavily linked to defenders early. Offensive line is quietly a major story. They're climbing boards late right now, with Francis Mauigoa is now considered a top pick. Teams are prioritizing protection more than ever with all these expensive QBs. And sometimes you need good alignment. Browns need that right now. This will be interesting. This is kind of because, like I said, pass rushers are getting more dominant as well, like Myles Garrett. There should be some chaos in the first round, so let's see what happens. First pick will be a QB lock as well. Defensive run early for number 2, maybe, with Reese, Styles, or other edge players. It'll be interesting to see what happens number 3. There might be a surprising top 10 pick with even the running backs like Jeremiah Love. Maybe a tight end like a Keaton Sadiq. So it'll be interesting to see. In my personal opinion, I'm excited to see what the Browns do. There's no really clear number 1 prospect in this draft. It's just kind of what helps out teams. So that'll be interesting to see. I hope everyone has a great night. I kind of wanted a more quick episode tonight. This is only like a 23-minute episode, maybe 25 total. I'm going to check if Hunter joined. I don't think he would have. He would have texted me. I would see him because I'm just chilling. Alright, that's really it for me, guys. Once again, thank you so much for joining via Northeast Ohio Sports Show. It's episode 49. Once again, it's April 9th, 2026, Thursday. We'll be back here Monday for a week ahead news show here on Billy Doodle channel. Please drop a like if you enjoyed the content. I'd really appreciate that. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that bell, and you will be notified whenever we go live. That's really it for me. Our Facebook's in the description as well if you want to support us on there. We post whenever, around lunch to 2 p.m. Maybe sometimes after work, so 4 or 5, I'll post it. But it depends on how busy I am. We'll post whenever we go live on there as well. With the spring coming, we'll bring back Healthy Living. My co-worker, Trevor, he's a nurse. He's back on his nurse shift, so he actually works some Sundays now. So not too fun. That's really it for me, though, guys. I hope everyone has a great night.